Hello and welcome to the showcase of X Prison Core plugin. My name is Drawethree and I'm actually the author of this Prison Core. I'm proud to say that our Prison Core is one of the best Prison Cores on the market. We have a lot of features to be explored and to be used for you as a server owner, and also provide a lot of quality enhancements to your players during the gameplay. I would like to start by saying that if you are looking for a prison core, then you don't need to anymore because we actually have a lot of features. As you can see, we have the enchantments, mines, auto selling, currencies, ranks, multipliers, bombs, rewards, prestiges, and more and more and more. I'm actually updating this resource a lot, and I'm listening to the customers' feedbacks and suggestions. So if you have something in mind you need help with, or you have any suggestion in mind, you can come to our Discord server and feel free to discuss it with me or with other support team members. So, as I already said, we have a lot of features in here. We have also a public test server where you can actually try this core. If you haven't done that and you are interested in buying this resource, definitely check it out. I would also like to mention that we have also other plugins. We have the private mines because this core contains only public mines, and we also have the backpacks plugin, which is also good for the prison server. Recently, we have also uh, implemented the new robots. It's an automated currency generator plugin, which is also very useful, and it basically generates currencies for you, but that's for another video. But if you're interested, you can check them out. It's also a very good additions to your prison server. So jumping right to the plugin features, we'll be going one by one. We have the custom enchantments, of course. It's a core, basically core of core, let's say. We have over 25 plus custom enchantments, which can be bought via currencies, and you can also disenchant your pickaxe with these enchantments, and so on, so on. We have a lot of variety of enchantments. I will go to the game and show you how it actually looks like. So here you have your pickaxe. If you right click it, here you will open the enchanting menu. And basically here you have all of the details, how it works. This is your current pickaxe. As you can see, the stats, token enchants, gem enchants, and enchantment refound, as known as basically this enchant menu. So here you can basically buy the enchantments. It shows per each enchantment the information, how much costs the upgrade, and you can click to upgrade the enchantment. Enchantments are divided into sections. They are dependent on your currencies. You can specify as well unlimited currencies. We will cover that later. But you can have a token enchants, gem enchants, money enchants, which I have not configured currently, and you can basically manage it like this. We also have recently added a new feature, which is pickaxe skins. It works with the resource packs, and what it does basically, it actually multiplies all of your currencies incomes, so money, tokens, and gems for this instance. All configurable, of course. All right, so this is the covering of the enchantment. You can just click to enchant. As you can see, it's spending the tokens. For the refund, you will just click a spell and you will get some tokens off the back depending on the refund percentage. Of course, everything configurable as well here. So, a lot of useful enchants here. Definitely check them out on our test server. These gem enchants are more or less overpowered, like layer, explosive, nuke. Then we have some finder enchants like voucher finder, robot finder. All of them are configurable in the enchants configuration file. If we jump into how these enchants look like, let's go to plugins and Xprison, and let's open up sample enchant, for example, the nuke. It's a JSON structured file, which basically allows you to configure it, balance it as you would like to do. And also some messages configurable, currency to use, currency to give, for example, some of them have, and GUI, of course, modifications, so you can translate everything to your need and to your liking. Now coming to the enchants YML file, there are also a lot of configuration options. Definitely check out all of the configurations that we have on our wiki. There are a lot of messages, a lot of menu stuff to be configured. Then we have also the pickaxe lore. you can configure as can be seen. You can use various placeholders using supporting also placeholder API, and that's it basically. Also, we have a first join pickaxe feature. It basically gives gives the player on the first join a pickaxe, so you don't want to like externally give them the pickaxes. This handles it for you. All right, let's jump back to the page. Then we have the prison mines, obviously. These are public mines, and it was implemented a long time ago. They are very stable, of course, very efficient, and these are meant to be like A to Z mines where your players can mine together. It's not like a private mine system, it's a public mine, so you can configure and create as many mines as you want, and also you can configure the reset types, reset percentages. You can configure the block composition of each prison mine. You can configure like holograms, etc. Let me quickly show you how this looks like in the game. If you do /mines panel, I have created one. This is the name of the mine, and here you can see the block percentages, for example. You can basically edit and set the percentages of the mine, like a block composition. Then you have a spawn location. You can set the spawn location or teleport to it. Then you have the mine reset options. You can reset the mine at the moment, right now. You can change the reset type, whether it will be instant or gradual. You can also edit the reset percentages when basically how many blocks were mined and how many are left. So you can change this to your liking. And also time reset. This is if you want to reset the mines per each minutes or hours or seconds. This is up to you. And also there is a message when the mine is being reset. Then you can broadcast the message to all of the players saying, hey, we are resetting this mine, we will be teleported. So that's it for the mines. It's very easy to create and configure all of the mines. We also have the player effects. If the players are inside the mine, you can enable or disable each of these potion effects basically in the mine, so you can play with it as well. And as well with the holograms, if you click on them, you will spawn a hologram. For example, if I click on this one, I will have a hologram spawned here saying that how many blocks have been mined and blocks left. And of course, they are being updated if you once you mine. So that's for the public mines. Then we have the AutoSell module. Of course, when your players are mining, you would like them to sell the items they mine, and that's very also easy to configure and easy to use to your players. Normally, when players are mining, the contents are going into the inventory of the player, and they can then simply by /sell all sell all of the items available. But if you have auto sell enabled, that's via /auto sell. Now I had it enabled, now it's disabled. If it's enabled, it directly sells once you are mining. If not, then the contents of the mining goes to your inventory, and then you have to perform sell all. So do the configuration. It's pretty straightforward. You have the editor in here. If you do /sell price editor, you can see all of the available blocks and their corresponding prices. And you can just click on any of the block and update the sell price. You have also predefined amounts of plus and minus, so you can set it up yourself, or you can set it up via the AutoSell configuration file as well. Alright, pretty much straightforward. If you want to add some kind of block, then you will just need to hold it in your hand. So if I want to, for example, sell this one, I will do sell price and a number. You will see a message that successfully set the sell price. And once you open the editor again, you will see the Spruce login here, and you can manage the price for your liking. So this is for the auto sell. It's pretty much very simple module to do, easily maintainable and easily extensible. Now let's head back to the currencies. This is also very recent. Previously we had only 2 types of currencies. Now I have implemented a way how you can define any amount of currencies you would like to have. And of course, these currencies works with the different systems like auto sell, enchantments, multipliers, etc., etc. So basically, you can use our currencies alongs every of the module in the plugin we have. Now about the currencies, if we take a look right here, you can see the scoreboard which I have here, and it displays placeholders like money, gems, tokens, and it's mostly done via the configuration file. Of course, if we open up the currencies YML file, here we have of course some messages, and here you actually define the currencies. So you have the money currency, whether it is enabled, starting amount for every player, maximum amount, display name. This is used for formatting, short format if it should be like 1M for millions, 1B for billions, trim zeros to not show basically zeros at the end of the balance, prefix, suffix, and physical item, so you can also withdraw these currencies, have it in your inventory, then redeem them back, trade them, or whatever you would like to do. So that's for money, tokens, gems, and if you would like to add, for example, beacons, just copy the gems, rename them to beacons, set it to your likings, and it's done. Now, there is also some help menu you can configure for players and admins to show, and as well we are saving the data periodically every 60 seconds, also configurable. Alright, that's for the currencies. Now, if we check up, we have the ranks and prestiges. Of course, you want your players to rank up and prestige if you want. Currently, I'm working on the rebirth system because it's a new way of how modern prisons are doing, and it's not currently yet implemented, so I'm looking into that one at the writing of this video. So you can basically set up any amount of ranks, any amount of prestiges via the configuration files. If we go to the ranks YML file, it's very simple. Here you have the ranks and you define all of the possible ranks that your player can have, and prefixes, calls to basically rank up, and commands to execute when player rank ups. Here is a currency definition, which currency should be used for the ranks, for example. Also, we have some progress bars in here, and recently we have implemented also automatic rank up. It's basically a repeating task which is running in the background system of our plugin and checks for every player online if he's eligible to rank up. If yes, then it will perform the rank up automatically. And this is just the check interval, this number 2. Okay, then we have the prestiges. It's very similar to ranks, obviously, and we have also this auto prestiging feature in here, some messages. We are saving the player data as well, and here are some specific options, like if we should reset the rank after prestige, that's optional. I have it set to false. Currency to use for prestiging, and we also have the top leaderboard of prestiging, which you can configure yourself, and we have also option to have the unlimited prestiges, also configurable. You can set up the maximum prestige amount of these unlimited prestiges, cost of the prestige to be also exponentially growing, prefix, and rewards per prestige, also rewards on specific prestiges. And of course, if you don't want to use the unlimited prestiges, you can specify them here as a prestiges. Also have the prefix, cost, and commands to execute once players prestiges. Now, if we go back, we have another feature, which is multipliers. We are offering the players different types of multipliers. They are basically global or player multipliers. They are used to multiply the incomes of the currencies for the players. So you can basically give a player some multiplier, and it will eventually multiply the amount of tokens, gems, money, whatever you would like. This is done. Let me show the config. So we have the multipliers. Uh, we also have the rank multipliers, of course. So if your players have a specific permission, it will give them by default these multipliers. And also we have some limits in here. So basically, like we have some caps. So there is for each of the currency you have global maximum and player maximum amount. You can configure that to your liking. And via game, it's pretty easy to set up. You will just run multi, or what was the command? Let me quickly check. P multi it was actually. So you do P multi, player name, then currency you would like to use. So for example, tokens, set up the currency multiplier, and this is the amount of minutes, for example. So this will give me an 1x1 multiplier for 30 minutes if I execute this. Good. And now once I will be mining, I will basically be receiving one times the amount of the tokens I should receive. So you can basically use this as some perks for the kids. It's basically a command, so you can use it any way you would like to. And for the global multiplier, we have the gmulti command. Here you just specify the currency, multiplier amount, and then how long it should take. So for example, I will set 1.5 multiplier for 10 seconds. Easy as that. Okay, now we have the rewards. We are basically giving the players a lot of customizable rewards upon reaching some milestones. For example, blocks broken. We have also pickaxe leveling system, and you can configure these rewards as you would like to. Also, ranks, prestiges. You also seen that we are supporting a lot of rewards in here. For example, we can take a look on the block rewards here. And this is basically milestones of block breakings by player. So if they break 100 blocks, it will run these commands, and you can specify as well a lot of unlimited actually amount of these rewards for block rewards. And for example, in the pickaxe levels, you also have these levels which are tied to the blocks broken by that pickaxe, and you can also give them some rewards upon reaching the pickaxe level. Alright, then we can move on to easy reset and ganks. Easy reset is basically a button which will erase all of the player data from our database tables, which we are keeping up locally or using MySQL. It's also depending on the configuration you would like to. And we basically have an admin GUI, which is pretty useful for admins to manage. So if you are anytime lost and you would like to do you would like to see what each module does and what are some commands, you can do /xprism. And here you will be in the main menu. You will have here the information. You can enable or disable the debug messages that are being in our plugin. You can manage all of the modules, and you can manage all of the add-ons. So for example, we can check the modules here, and we have a lot of modules in here: AutoMiner, AutoSell, Enchants, etc. and skins, for example. And here, if you left click, you will reload the configuration files if you have made any changes. If you right click, you will reset the player data. And if you shift left click, you will enable or disable the module like in a hot swap type. So you can actually do these things from your game directly. And if you are looking for a help, you can do /xprism help. And this will pop up the help menu. And if you click on any of these modules, you will basically see the information about this module, see some commands which we are doing and supporting, etc. So it's a really like a guidebook from the game, so you can check this out. I definitely recommend it. It's a very helpful feature to have. So this is the main menu. Basically, as I said, we are also allowing to check the player's history. And add-ons manager, this is for external add-ons that community or me is developing. These are the jar files, not the plugins though. These add-ons are being put into the add-ons folder, like here, as jar files. But please keep in mind, these are not separate plugins for Minecraft server. These are just the add-ons which our system is loading on the load. You can also enable and disable these add-ons, but it's like a more or less additive feature to the core, and anyone can create anything that they would like to into it. As we have also the extensive API. So now we have the season reset. This season reset is basically what I wanted to talk about. Is if you click on this and reset it, poof, you will just basically reset all of the data in our databases. And this should be done if you are alone on the server and your server is under maintenance. you will just reset it, and all of the data for the players will be erased from the database, and they can fresh start with all of the things. We are not resetting inventories, we are just resetting things we are storing in the tables, like currencies, block bind, and ranks, prestiges, of course, etc. But not the inventories. You have to erase them yourself. All right, now let's take a look into what we have next. We have the gangs feature. This is not really much used by the community, but we have also the gang system. From game you can create gangs, invite members to a gang, and do some more stuff. So if we do gangs help, then we have the gang help menu, which basically can create, invite, kick player, information about some player. You can rename the gang. You can also enable the gang chat. So if you will type something, you will chat only with your gang members. You can see the top leaderboard. If you have a pending invite, you can do /gang accept. You can leave the gang. You can disband the gang as an administrator. So it's pretty much really straightforward. You can create the gangs, manage them. Let me try to create one. So I have created my gang, and then we have also the gang panel menu. It basically says to us the information, how many members, we can rename it, we can manage the members, manage the invites, and disband the gang. If you would like a better UI, you can also configure this, of course, in the gang YAML file, but if you would like to have a better UI, you can use our placeholders and create them via deluxe menus or anything else you would like to. So that's for the gangs, and I guess that's currently everything that Prison Core uses and offers. Of course, if you'd like to try all of these fancy enchantments, head over to the play.drawethree.io. It's a test server, which I already mentioned at the start of the video, and you can see we also have this mining summary system, which basically once you are mining, we are calculating how many currencies you have earned, how many enchants have procced. It's more like less information to the player to give. And we also have these pickaxe skins. They are working with the resource packs. I already mentioned how they work, but of course you can define the resource packs models as you would like to with the custom model data. These are basically the items. Once you withdraw the currency, I can show you that in the game. So if I do /money, withdraw 1000, I will have this configurable item, of course, which I can then redeem back. Same applies for example, games. Games, withdraw 1000, and I have this fancy gem item, which I can then later use. If I withdraw once again, I have 2 of them right now. Alright, then of course we have covered up the mines panel, how you will test it, and configure everything to your liking, of course. And also we have the bombs, which I have not covered. We have a couple of bombs which are being used to basically help you with the mining. So if you do in the game /bombs, gif, then player name, then bomb name and amount, it will give you a configurable bomb, which you can drop basically by Q or right click in the air on the block. It will throw the bomb. And of course, break the bombs defined in the radius. I can quickly show you the bombs YAML file. It's very simple. There is also a cooldown. You can also define all of these types of the bombs, like tiny, small, normal, large. Each of them has radius, sound to play it when it's dropped, when it explodes, the delay for explosion, and the item the players will receive once you run the bomb skiff command. I believe that's it. Also, we have some messages in here for the bombs. And now to the pickaxe skins. Then we have also the skins, as I mentioned. Then we have some sounds configurable. And these are, of course, the skins with the custom model data. Multipliers they are giving, permission to require. So you can play around with it. And also the GUI, of course, configuration. Now, we also have mentioned the mining stats. It's basically just the mining summary message, as you can see on the plugins page. Here you can define it to your liking, duration, if it's enabled, and also the formattings of the enchants and currencies. For the gangs YML file, there are a lot of messages, placeholders, settings, how many gang members, for example, top updating, limiting the gang name length, color codes. Then we have also the friendly fire system and restricted names, etc. You can configure this to your liking as well. Now we have the blocks module, which is pretty simple. It basically keeps track of how many blocks are players mining. So, and also we have a lucky blocks you can define in the mines, or via the enchant, which spawns the lucky blocks. And here you can set up some messages. Also, the top leaderboard is updating, safe player data interval in minutes, etc. And also we have the auto miner feature, which I have not covered. It's basically depending on the region. It's very simple. You create a world guard region in a world. You define this is the name of the region, this is the world, and if player has an auto miner time, he will receive these rewards in a specific period, and then also adds a configurable blocks broken to the pickaxe item. So it's more like an AFK mining. So they receive something and they are basically being rewarded after every time. Until they have time, of course, because this is bound to have an autominer time. So if you go into game to /autominer, then you can see you have 0 seconds of autominer time. And there are also some admin commands to add the time to the players, so you can check them out on our Wikipedia page. Well, not Wikipedia, but wiki page. Alright, that's the autominer, and we can now move to the config itself at the end. So here basically you can set up a database type. We have support for H2, MySQL, or SQLite. If you are not going to use MySQL, then definitely I suggest leaving it to H2. If you are going to use MySQL, here you have the connection details. Here are some advanced properties for the connection. I suggest you keep them out as they are if you are not technical type. If you are technical type, you can play around with these. And here, of course, the status of each of the modules, which I have mentioned. Oops. And you can enable and disable each of the modules which we were talking about by setting true or false. Then also some commands for the main command. Supported pickaxes is a list of the pickaxes which our system will support. You can also add a netherite pickaxe if you would like. Netherite pickaxe. It's all up to your liking. But for now we have it only for the diamond pickaxe in my setup. So that's for the config. And I guess that was pretty much everything we covered. I guess I can take a look quickly on the enchants once again, but I guess I have covered as well everything in here. This is mainly the GUI settings. So you can set up, here are the currency enchant items. So you basically differentiate the enchants based on the currencies. And that's it. So basically this is what everything at this point of recording the video our plugin has to offer. It's a really good solid base to start your prison server for a very affordable price, and we also are providing a lot of support to our customers, and we have also multiple support team members which are available most of the time zones, so we got you covered. And if, as I said already, if you have any questions and any suggestions to the plugin, feel free to reach out on our Discord channel. And if you are an existing customer, please join and verify your purchase so we can then give you a support. If you are looking for a non-paid version of this core, we are also offering a light version, which is of course missing a lot of useful features, but you can see the Expression Lite core here, and it basically has the simple prison mines, only basic custom enchantments, auto sell, only tokens, currency, ranks without the prestiges, and some basic multipliers. So it's actually missing a lot of features. You can check it out in here, and you can consider this as a trial version of the pro version of this plugin. Alright, I guess that's everything for this video. Let me see if I have missed something, but I don't think so. Also for the developers, we have a public API which is available on GitHub. You have a sample examples here how to set it up if you are a developer, and it's also free to use. So If you are a server owner and you would like some developers to hire and you would like to do some additions using our core, you can do it very easily here via our API. And about the documentation, we have everything documented in here, all of the default files, default enchantment files. I'm keeping them updated with the latest version. And we have also the setup guide, commands and permissions, placeholders, and everything that is actually useful for the server owners and their players. So if you are also lost, you can also check these wiki pages and they will guide you out how to do any feature you would like to do. So I guess that's pretty much everything. I would like to thank all of the existing customers for the continued support, because we are on the market already for like 5 years, almost for 5 years, and we have managed to get on Spigot MC almost 1,200 downloads, unique purchases, and on the other markets combined is around 1,500 purchases. So I'm proud to say that our core is a very good solution, trusted by community, and for affordable price. All right. So I guess I have covered pretty much everything. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to our Discord server and let me know, or any support team member. Until then, thank you very much and see you.